Hello and welcome back to another session of GitPython maintenance. It's Byron speaking. And I let it rest a bit. And in the previous session we actually tried a lot and I was very confused. I still am confused. And I don't think that the thing that I have here is working safely. Not at all. We have two different code paths and one is using poll, the other one is using threads. Interestingly, the one using threads seems to be working now, at least in my test, which actually launches a subprocess that will then put lines out at std out and std at the same time. And it's enough lines to fill pipes, and this actually works. However, the poll version doesn't work with that. Fair enough. And that's kind of expected because I think previously we had... we have added a loop here to dispatch lines, which shouldn't really be there. Because I think this causes, what does it cause? It shouldn't, I don't know, it should, even if OSRead is blocking, then after a while it should wake up and we shouldn't, oh wait, I think this is why we lock up, yeah? Maybe this is because of that, yeah. Because we may never read too much. And right now we can possibly read too much because we actually should, in the poll case, deplete it once and kind of give up if we don't get anything. But if this would be blocking, then we never give up and we might actually stall our main thread, which I think might have happened in this case. So in a way, this loop, if you take it out, just for the fun of it, all this can then go. Then I think it will work again. So in this case, in the threaded case on OS X, there's no difference. But here, this means the world, right? And it's so much faster. Look at that, 0.18 versus 0328. Crazy. Same thing. Same Python, and a virtualized environment is twice as fast as the real thing. Well, Linux versus something else, or it's due to the threadedness of the thing and the global interpreter lock. Maybe. Yeah, possibly actually. Maybe this doesn't really run in parallel, whereas the other one does, or uses the main thread efficiently, whereas the others compete for the global interpreter lock and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, so I wonder, does it now work at all? I mean, we've changed it a bit. Let's try the reproduction thing again. That will do an actual fetch, and I think that will actually fail. And the reason for that must be that the HTTPS version works kind of differently. And this is also what was stated. I don't have this here. CD test repo Linux and reproduce. Yeah, it should get further but also fail, huh? That was the idea. Still pulling stuff. Actually pulls way more than I thought it would pull. Anyway, 2.4K lines it can do before it finally gives up. And this must be something with good remote and with the way the remote is specified. So where does he mention it? HTTPS works fine. So I've been able to reproduce this, but only when using SSH as its transport. When using HTTPS, it works fine. And even the previous version worked fine, which is very close to what we have here. I think we just changed deplete buffer to be able to test it, and the rest is kind of unchanged. And since we moved around stuff, everything looks changed, even though it's not, so we kind of lose one of the benefits of having the git gutter here. Very unfortunate. But really, in the end, all we have after 2.5 hours, is this test, which is good to have. And the knowledge that previously we destroyed Paul. Now we know this will work. Good, but hey, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. With the remote end. And why is that? The difference could be, I don't know, blocking and non-blocking. I mean, this one aborts if it doesn't get anything. Right? I mean, we handle the case when the buffer is not yet empty. We handle all of this properly. But the problem is if we don't get a single line, we fail. And yeah, last time I kind of concluded that, hey, listen, we might not have parsed a line yet, but there's still something, and we can't really take this as a clue to abort. We need information of whether the handle is closed, right? We want to actually read until OS error or something. Can we do that? Can we just keep going? What happens if we keep going and it will... do we get some sort of OS error? Oh, no. I didn't mean that. Hopefully it aborts, so maybe it even works, but probably just stalls. It's still pulling data. Oh, I was looking at the wrong metric here. Reproduce.py. It's at 140% CPU. I think something is very wrong here. And I can't abort it due to the threading fuck up that Python provides us. So I just killed it directly. Okay, so that obviously goes into a loop. I guess the same thing happens in our test case. Yes, it's a hot loop, 2 threads. Keep going. They never get a timeout or anything. Or basically, this means that the handle is not closing. This is what that wants to mean, huh? The file descriptor is never closed. And I don't know what the termination criteria is. I mean, it's not this one. And last time I tried with the process and to check whether the process is down or not. And I would actually try that again one more time, because now we actually have a process here, even though we know that. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try it one more time, huh? And deplete buffer. Actually, it always wants a process now. So here we go. While proc Paul is not none, huh? Like this. What do you say? And then we keep going. And yeah, that's how we do it. So we dispatch, we read and read and read. And then in a way, we probably wanna read dispatch single lines. Yeah, I think, let's see how that works. Maybe I just want to see if it breaks out of the loop that way. That would be cool. Wait group. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. And now the threads are hanging again. Damn it. And it's hard to find the right Python process. Oh, I hate this Python threading. Fuck. Probably should. Maybe I can start them. Yeah, maybe I should do that before I lose my sanity even more. And I killed all the wrong Python processes. Thank you very much. Funny. Okay. So first, let's make these thread demons or whatnot. Demonize threading t demon True, because I think these will not wait. They will just work. Nope. Maybe false? Something. Ah, damn it. I have to do the thing again. And the good thing is, now there's not much Python stuff left. Okay, good. Fine. False, maybe. Let's try that one more time. And get rid of that stuff. And I still cannot terminate. Awesome. So all that doesn't make a difference. Could also be that it's not called daemon, but something else. Python thread daemon. It's supposed to have a daemon. So it should be a daemon thread. And see, that's just a boolean. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so that doesn't work. Fine, I don't care. And it doesn't work. Good, so I can't get rid of that issue, but I can probably fix up the thing. So here it gets a wait group. Now it also gets a process. And that is that deplete buffer for the other case. Wants the process now, and let's see. It hangs. See, it hangs. Interestingly, it hangs and locked up. It's not a hot loop. And what does this tell me, huh? This tells me that Paul is either not returning. Maybe is Paul blocking? It shouldn't be blocking. Paul should just be like a peak, huh? Wait is the blocking version of Paul. Oh. And actually I should Paul for is none, huh? Because Paul... Can I abort this? I can abort this. Because Paul returns none as long as there is nothing. Okay, so now I don't get everything. Probably it's like 0 lines. What does Paul return then? Okay, it returns a few times and then we are done. So apparently, actually that's not too bad. That's something. Ah. Nose test, please. Look, and this guy returns 0 because it finished so fast. Okay, so this now means that we get a big buffer apparently, and we don't finish it yet. So we basically have to deplete this buffer and call out dispatch lines, I guess. And there's none and or we have a buffer. So maybe this kind of puts everything together. So we can remove this thing. That should work for us. I mean, it's a big should. That actually does work for us. Amazing. Nah! Spuriously it works. It just failed. See, there it fails now. Interestingly, we seem to deplete the whole buffer, yet we do not manage to parse it. Read lines from F, no. And this guy just reads if he can. And yeah, maybe that's all wrong. Damn it. Okay, let's try. I mean, 2 loops are kind of the same, huh? 2 loops make no sense. I could try 2 loops here. And it would be the same effect. And there should be something that just depletes the buffer without trying to read. That would be something. So while there is the process, fine. Do what you do. Even though we can still read from the handle. Because the pipes are still filled, right? The pipes are not yet closed. So what? So we should be able to read from that, and that's what we are doing. Until it's depleted, right? And this is what this previous check would have done to us. So this guy is empty at some point. And yeah, I kind of like this here. Oops. Or buff list 0 still has something. So this occasionally works. And yeah, count 2 usually or sometimes fails then for some reason. Okay, let's try the other one. What does the polar-based version do now? It works, but this guy, he seems to have different buffering or something. So this seems to work pretty well. Okay, anyway, let's try the reproduction. And let's try the reproduction here as well. Oh, still busy. Two, 4, let me guess, 1, 3. Yes, so no change at all. Whatever I do, it's not good enough. I can't, you know what, I think with that interface, I mean, EOF doesn't happen. If there would be an EOF, actually what would happen is an exception, right? So if the process goes down, why? I mean, I even try to keep reading while there is something in the buffer. But maybe we use the buffer entirely, but could still read from the handles. You know what? Maybe we do it differently. Maybe we say right here, proc wait, and now the pipes should be I don't know, filled. And then we try it again. And yeah, let's do the line count based one then. I'm just hacking this together. So while true, that's the endless loop version. So now we read until there's nothing coming out anymore. Okay, so if this is done, and if there's something left here, we put it in as well. So what do you say? So 1 is based on the process, and 1 is based on filling the pipes, which hopefully do not fill up here that way. Work, 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 work. That's not bad. It's at least properly working now. So this one, work, work, work. Okay, let's try the real one. The problem is that in fact we are not reproducing the issue, right? The only test we have to reproduce the issue is the one I'm running here, and it's the same, you know, it's the same thing. I was just saying, damn it, maybe it's not even sending this, but we tried previously. We know that if a shell is connected, it gets all the data. So what does a shell do that I can't do? And why is this so complicated? Oh man, I must give up on this. I mean, what the heck? This is getting worse and worse. No improvement here. Ugh. Yeah, so this is an improvement. We have to dial that back. This is what it's supposed to be here. And this one is not improvement. We can as well keep the line count based breaker here. I'm kind of removing this again. While true, then check your line count. This one goes away. Finish up the buffer and process. So I just verified again that the process is not helping at all because reasons. So if this would be non-blocking, and if the process goes down, we just tried that, and basically it kind of works if we have a local process. Maybe it has to do. Maybe it has to do with the process group or something. So we start Git. Git runs a Git receive pack, right? Git receive pack is a thing that is launched and that's getting its output connected and its input connected to SSH, which then on the other hand runs Git send pack or something, and Git send pack will uses a protocol that muxes std out and the actual output into the connection, right? Because there's just a single pipe basically. So it uses muxing to send progress as well as the actual data. That's how I got it. I don't know in which way HTTPS differs, but that's at least how the SSH version is doing, and I don't know. What does it mean if one process would... Yeah, I don't know. And the git command itself kind of, or git update or git receive pack will then kind of demux this and put it into its std-ir and std out. This is what we are reading. Does std out reveal anything? Why do we need std out? Can I just close this? I think I tried that. Actually, there was one version that closed std out, and then I had to take it back in because there was a problem with that. I think because Git might have wanted to send to std out. Oh yeah, that would have happened here. So get push info that uses, so in case of fetch, we get the process. And there isn't even a handler for std out, so we do not care, yet it is open. So can we close it? Let's try it. Proc std out, close. I think this fails unless I tell it not to use std out from the beginning. But we will see. Okay. Interestingly, this even works. But let me... Ah yeah, good. Because we are trying to, yeah. Yeah. So now I would have to put something in that doesn't try to read from std out. But the point is, if you don't have two handles, then I don't need this entire multiprocessing thing. I can just read the lines until we are done. And maybe this is what I should aim for. Maybe this is what I should aim for, huh? Just handle process output is great and stuff, and for push info and other things it might be working good enough, but here it's not. And if we just use one handler, then we goddamn it will not open std out. We will not open it as process. So can I tell it not to open std out right from the start? I don't want to close it. This might cause trouble. Tell me, show me. I think that would be the solution here. That's a good test. I will keep it. But yeah, let's try that. Where is it here? Execute, call process. Where is the description of the possible arguments here? Here it is. std out as string. Okay, so that's a pipe by default. Okay, let's just not open that. Let's add a very special flag. Param no std out. If true, default false. We don't open std out on the created process, like so. No std out, false. Let's turn it around. These inverted things suck. Std out, subprocess kw works, but that doesn't work for us. It's just for additional ones. Okay. False, default true. If true, default true, we open std out on the created process. Exactly. Std out and pipe or none. So now we can do this and say as process std out is true. Let's make it a bit, std out. Let's make it with, oh no, sorry, here, with std out. Or open std out, but with std out is good enough for me. And now we would also have to add it here, like this. So now we can control it and say with std out is that. No, the line is too long, but maybe it would have been a good way to shorten it anyway. A good idea to shorten it anyway. Okay, here we go. Like this. All right, so now we don't open it anymore. Means we can now simply read all the lines from my progress handler. And this gets for line in progress, or for p line in progress handler. Okay, this splits it up again. So here, for line in proc std out read lines, stdr. This is what I want. Progress handler, fine. Yeah. So that should be it, huh? Finalize process. This was something we do here. And once this is done, we open up. The rest remains. So what do you say now? Problem is now our test is testing the wrong thing, and the only real test we have is once again this one here. I don't know. Oh. I think I have to add with std out here to a list of special arguments, do I? So that it kind of removes these and doesn't try to pass them on. But where would that be? Come on, show me. So we would find this somewhere else. Somewhere else we will find that here. With std out, so that's a new one. Cool, so now it actually tries. No std out for me. I'm just in the main thread reading std out. And it works. Yeah, so kind of the show is keep it as simple as possible, huh? So how long did that take me? 30 minutes, see? So the initial 2 hours trying to fix the inherently broken multi-threaded poll reading of standard out and standard error didn't help at all. At the end, simplification was the solution. Well, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. And this is still useful, huh? While true, yeah. I think this is kind of good enough. And we have a test for that. So yeah, that's cool. Did that one work? It did. Poll-based thing still works continuously. Oh my god. And this one also works. Cool. So let's make... I hate this every time I run into this. So, what do you say? Hatred. Command pi 82. Oh, I hate, white space related issues I totally hate. Because they kind of, you don't see them, they annoy you. Doesn't make it look better because most of the time you don't see it anyway. Sure, it's a linter, but as you can see, most of the time it's just white space shit. 250 to 15 to 17. Test git. So does he want a space here? What else does he tell me? And I think this he doesn't want. Ah, come on. So let's try again. Test git. Are you good? Are you better? Okay, so 2 to 2. Trailing white space. And I think, yeah, maybe it doesn't like this because it wants that to start here. Maybe lots of issues now go away. Yeah, cool. Test git 2 to 3, 2 to 4. Trailing white space, see? Very annoying. Especially considering you would have never noticed that. Anyway, Flake 8 is happy. We could try to run everything just once here while we prepare a commit. That is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and obviously, ideally, I would kind of check in this test case, but it... Yeah, let's consider checking it in. Let's consider that. This repository... No, wait. I would need a separate repository for this. And I don't want to be dependent on external ones. So I would have to add this to the GitPython one, I guess. Yeah, let's think about that in a moment. Oh, that's not everything. I have to close the window. Really? It's finished. Nice. So, now, this relates to 301. Now, fix for command or git, huh? Fix for git. Did I use it? Did I call it fix for git recently? We have an error. No, actually we have no error. Good. Fix command I call it. So let's call it fix command again. Don't open std out when fetching. This allows us to use the main thread to parse std_er, which is to get progress and resolve all or resolve assertion failures, hopefully once and for all. And I think what I would like to do is set up Travis to do this test for us that I just did locally, because that could actually work. And yeah, as long as I don't have to run it myself all the time, you know, I'm fine. Travis can do it. Cool. So that is that. Let's set up Travis. Git gutter. Okay, now it's updated. Good. I was afraid for a moment that I was missing stuff. So, Travis, what do you say? There's a lot of preparation here. Here we could also clone this test repository and then just go in there and run the fetch script, huh? Set up our Python path. Maybe we don't even have to set it up. If I adjust the test script. Yeah. I could adjust the test script to assume that this thing is cloned into the GitPython main directory. Is there a better way to do it? Yeah, I don't know. What's the current working or what's the directory of this guy, cd-doc? So that's the root of the checkout. So if we are here, Git can be imported. Yeah, let's first set up the repositories. Test repo. Yeah, actually I don't. Let's pick it up from here. That's better. GitPython issue 301. I will fork it. I'll just take it as is, put it there, and keep it. There we go. How does that look like, by the way, with 5,000 branches? That's how it looks like. And it's not too slow, it kind of works. That's decent performance. Probably it's like 500 megabytes in memory or 1,000 just because of these branches. Anyway, the web page, I mean, you know, not whatever GitHub does. So now I can take this and clone it. Use later when testing for specific issue. Oh yeah, we don't want to clone HTTPS. We want to clone git at github.com. Oh, and the question is, does that work from Travis? Yeah, I can clone, right? I can always I always have read access. Yeah, that should be fine. Git clone to issue 301, let's call it like that. Repo. So it's not supposed to confuse our other tests, but we'll find out. Git clone, git at GitHub, so that's Git Python developers. Let's see if that works. That seems to do something. Cool. And now let's figure out the, let's do it here. You want to keep the Python path. Yeah, let's see how this stuff works. We want to export dash and Python path. Bad option. I think this one works like that. So now it shouldn't be set anymore. So if I cd in there and call reproduce .py, it should fail. Good. And what's the syntax like? I would like to set the Python path to the current working directory and then go in there and do stuff. So that apparently only affects this command. What if I do this? Doesn't like it. Still not. Maybe like this. Damn it, it's not a bash. So let's be sure we are in a bash. Syntax error, near unexpected token. Like this. So all I want is to kind of group these, but maybe in a bash it even works. No. But maybe I can just prepend it here and the resolution will happen right away. So that the PV current working directory will be the one I'm in right now. Excuse me. Oh, this one, huh? So that didn't work. Probably relative path works. Okay, fine. I'm good with that. Totally. Sure. Here you go. So that's the line you're going to execute. And I'm not sure if this is required. I mean, sorry, if it changes the current working directory permanently. It seems to be the same shell though, huh? So we do want to have this in a subshell. Yeah, okay, good. Let's put it into a subshell. So that should work. Good. Let's see. Sure, Travis. Edit test for issue 301 related to 301. Awesome. Yeah, let's just check the last message here. Just to see if my related stuff is correct. Yeah, good. I think this could fix it. Finally. Oh my god. What a terrible one. Such a pain. But you know, all that pain will not be for nothing. After all of this actually worked. Man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think that's it. We could now wait for Travis to do what it does. Maybe it's fast today. Friday at 4. Maybe. Let's see. Build history. Should have scheduled one new guy. Created. Alright, so it's still no worker for us here. Okay, good. So I will not wait for this, but let's hope for the best. I think that could well resolve it once and for all. So thanks for watching and have a good day.